All right, welcome everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this video. If you want to make really good passive income, monthly dividends, $1, $2, depending on how the earnings of the company go, because it does pay monthly. You want to watch this video. I'll show you an example. There's money to be made here, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna play it also, so I can lower my risk as much as possible and not lose money. Right? So that's what this video is about. Now, before I get to that, listen, for people who are down, I see some people are down. They're feeling sad. One person said, I'm new to investing and I'm struggling, and I don't know what to do. I'm reading that there's going to be a market crash or whatever. I need to run away and all that stuff. Serious investors and people who are making money through investing, and that could be, you should diversify your investment, all that stuff. Guys, you never get out of the market, in my opinion. The serious investors don't get out of the market. But you have to be careful. You have to find ways. Like if the stock market is going, like towards a recession, let's say, which is bound to come, there's ways to make lots of money off of that. Trust me. Market crashes, they're welcomed. If you have cash on the side, don't go all out on penny stocks. Don't go all out on stock tweaked recommendations. Don't go all out on something that someone put on X platform and said, this is going to the moon. If anything is going to the moon, stay away from it. So if you manage your risk and you invest properly, a little bit of bonds, a little bit of emerging markets, a little bit of good stocks, only when they're undervalued, and then lots of cash on the side, when the market crash comes, you will do well. You will do well, and you'll be able to take advantage of very low price stocks during the market crash, which will just, you'll be able to ride for 5, 6, 7 years later. Okay, so before I get to that ETF, which is going to pay really good dividends, guys, and they're coming up, the dividends, and they're going to be monthly, and it's a brand new one. Before I get to it, let me show you something real quick from Bull Market Watch. Guys, this is something that I told them on June 25th, 2024, and there was more to it. I just couldn't fit it in the screenshot. As detailed as I could possibly have made it in one post, and I talked to them about Esquire Financial Incorporation. I told them the ticker symbol was ESQ, that it was trading at $45.26. Like I said, that was June 25th, 2024. I explained some things here, the PE ratio, some other things that I saw in the balance sheet, etc. And I said, you know what, for me, that is a buy. Well, it's at $49.90 now. It has gone up, plus it was nearly $51 just the other day, right? So that's awesome. How quickly you can make money if you find a good stock, a good company at a good valuation. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right, so Esquire Financial Holdings. Now, if you want to join my Discord, the link will be in the comment section below, or as you see on the screen, patreon.com/bullmarketwatch. If you don't want to go through the Patreon route for whatever reason, you can also join my Discord by clicking on the subscribe. There should be something on the bottom of the screen here on YouTube to become a YouTube paid member. All right, guys, let's go on to the next one. Is SEIC, another great company. I'm showing this, guys, to you, not to just say, look, I had called it, now it's up. No, keep this in mind. Maybe you want to put this stock on your watch list. It's bound to go down again, right? So SEIC, called it a 6470, explain reasons why I think that it is a good one. Now, I did place an alarm. I said that I'm hoping for $60, so I placed an alarm for that. It didn't go. I'll still wait, but still, when it was 6470, that was on July 9th. Well, today, guys, it's at 66.65. It's already gone up. Hopefully, it goes to 60. I don't know. If it does, I'm all in. This is just my opinion. When I say I'm all in, I don't put all the money I have in one stock, right? All right, so guys, let's get to the ETF that's going to give awesome dividends, and I'm super excited about that. Why am I excited? Well, the ETF is ABNY. So I told them on June 26, 2024 in my Discord, I told my Discord members that I will buy ABNY, right? At $20.24, which is what it was trading at the time, right? So 2024. And ABNY, guys, is not Airbnb. Right? I didn't buy the Airbnb stock. The Airbnb stock is not trading at $20. It's trading over 100. I bought the ABNY, which is a brand new exchange traded fund that came out. And this ETF, guys, tracks just Airbnb, and it does cover call options. It has an option strategy on Airbnb. And through that, they pay a monthly dividend to the ABNY shareholders. Now, with these option strategy ETFs, you have to be careful because most of them, not all, but most of them tend to slowly degrade over time unless the company they track is doing well. Like if you bought NVDA, NVDY, which is an ETF that tracks Nvidia and does option strategy on that. If you had bought in the beginning of this year and held up until today, right? From January up until today, you'd be up. You'd still be up and making a shitload of dividends. All right, so ABNY, I think, will do the same. It will do very well. It will go up going forward towards, as the stock progresses through July, through August, through September. And that is because Airbnb, guys, is seeing typically the largest volume of customers and reservations for Airbnb during the summer. So YieldMax ABNB Options Income Strategy ETF ABNY, now it's trading at $19.99, no problem whatsoever, guys. Bullish on ABNB, Schwab Network, Bloomberg Markets and Finance. Airbnb sees Paris bookings increase 400% on Olympic travel. That was 9 days ago because we have the Olympic Games in 2024 in Paris, France, right? Which are now in July. So 400% increase in Airbnb reservations. Awesome, right? So the next earnings, which is I think in August or early September, correct me if I'm wrong, they're coming up for Airbnb. If the earnings for Airbnb are really good and the Airbnb stock goes up, so will ABNY, which tracks Airbnb. All right, so will the ETF ABNY. That will go up also, and the dividends will be awesome. Now, something else that people forget is also the Euro 2024, which still hasn't been completed yet. But the Euro 2024 had increased the reservations for Airbnb a lot. So there's plenty of hope for the Airbnb stock to do well and the earnings to do well, which is why I got into ABNY. By the way, for the Euro 2024, this Sunday coming up, the final is England versus Spain. Who will be the European champion? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Spain will win or England? I will take my pick, and I say that Spain will beat England 3-1, right? The reasoning is that Spain has a much more energetic team, very, very, very talented team. So that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, dividend history. Here's an example of Nvidia. So Nvidia, guys, like I said, I told you that has the NVDA, which is tracking Nvidia, and you can make, you can get dividends from Nvidia, right? So if you had bought Nvidia, NVDY, the ETF that does option strategy on Nvidia, starting January of this year, well, in January you would have gotten a 62-cent dividend per share. Then on February you would have gotten $1.53 per share. On March, $2.62. In April, $2.60. May $1.19, June $2.56, and July $2.47. Those are insane dividends. Those are monthly dividends. Those are stunning. That's a lot of money, guys. Besides the investment you would have put in Nvidia, right? The investment you put in, that went up, so that has a higher value now. Plus the insane amount of dividends you get per month. So is Nvidia a long-term? No, because at some point Nvidia, which is overvalued, will start going down, Nvidia will go down, and so will the dividends. So how you play ABNY, for example, with Shaq's Airbnb. For me, I am holding on to ABNY at least up until the earnings and after the earnings of Airbnb. Because I believe up until the earnings and after the earnings, Airbnb will do well. And so ABNY will go up. So up until that point, I want to collect the dividends. My initial investment should go up, and that's just my opinion. And then after that, I'll decide again. But, that's just one way of playing something in the stock market, right? So with that being said, let's move on to the IPO, guys. Ardent Health Partners Incorporation, ARDT is the ticker symbol. The IPO price range is 20 to 22, 14.3 million shares, and this is going public on July 18, 2024. A brief information about this company. Ardent Health Partners is the fourth largest privately held for-profit operator of hospitals and leading provider of healthcare services in the United States. Looking at the financial information of this stock, the revenue in 2023 was $5.4 billion, gross profit at $808 million, total liabilities $3.6 billion, total debt $2.3 billion, cash is $437 million. Net income is at 53, very low for the 5.4 billion revenue, right? I mean, you make that much money and then you only have 53 million in net income, so that's kind of low. Free cash flow, again, very low, 84 million. And the total assets at 4.7 billion. Overall, Ardent Health, guys, it seems kind of on paper like they're doing well, but it's really not so well balanced, in my opinion, the financial information. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. They're not negative, but I don't like that. There's very little money left after all those billions that they make. Also, Ardent Health has total debt of $2.3 billion, which has been increasing actually year over year. And they did say that the IPO is for them to pay off some of their debt or most of it. Okay. Fine. I'm going to stay out of it, and I'll look at this. I'll revisit this again within 6 months or a year after that, basically. That's just my opinion. Or 6 months after. Should be a pretty good buy point. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I wish you all the best, and take care.